Hey, I've got something a little odd for you today. It is a 3D print that I've been working on. In one of my early videos, I used a game, or pieces from a game anyway, called Junk Art. I used the pieces from that game in order to describe how a disk detainer lock works. And ever since then, I've been thinking, I can do better. I can make my own demonstration. I can make, effectively, a working disk detainer model. And so that's what I've been working on. It's not done yet. A later version will be printed in more colors than just black, but I thought I'd show you what I've got so far. And that's why the camera's so low, is to give you a straight-on view of things. This is the lock body. You can see, there we go. Right in there, you can see there is a notch where a sidebar would go. And that slot in back, so the sidebar right here, that's our sidebar, goes in there. But of course, a sidebar on its own is useless without a core. So the core is looking a little strange because it's all side-to-side motion instead of rotational motion, since I flattened it out. In this situation, we don't have a good way of making spacers, or putting spacers into the core rather. So I just have little spacings built into the core itself. You can see that. In addition, I've got this little notch. Yeah, there you go. You can see the notch that way. And all that notch is doing is slotting into the back of the lock body. So it'd be this way, it would be the top. And then this goes in like that. And now you can see it limits the range of motion of the core. So when the core is on the side like that, it's unlocked. When the core is in the center like that, it's locked. And of course, the sidebar is what makes that possible. So if we're holding it upside down like that, you can see, let's go ahead and put that light back on. You can see, as soon as I orient it the right way. There we go. Over here, the sidebar is sticking out. Over here, you can see it is in that little crevice. But of course, nothing's stopping that sidebar from going anywhere. And that is where our discs come in. The discs I've printed so far all have just a single gate and nothing else. There is a gate in a variety of different positions. And let me go ahead and put those in. So to do that, we'll go ahead and do this. And I'll go ahead and line them all up right now. And you can see, because the way that a disk detainer works is that the sidebar falls into these gates, that if I just place the gates on here, then the sidebar has the ability to fall in. Let's see. But, there we go. Have a look at that. There's a nice little area for the sidebar to go in. Actually, I want to make sure that the front one is flipped around the right way, but you'll see why in a moment. But now there's not an area for the sidebar to go in. So let's take all these and this. Sorry for the bad angle. Let's try to slide that in there. It's a little messy. Putting it together can be a little bit of work. Little bit of work. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put it together like this. Once I've got 2 in there, maybe this will fit better. All right, good enough, it's staying in place. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. And finally, number 6. And actually, if you were counting them, then I think this one would be 1, not the other one, but whatever. So here we go. Our functional disc detainer lock. As I said, later versions will have colors so that everything is obvious, but you have the lock body, the core, and the discs. And inside, there is a sidebar. Now let's go ahead and pick it, because that's the whole point of this, is to pick using, we already know that this in front is a 0 cut, meaning that when you push it all the way to the end, then the gate is already in place. You can kind of see that. Yeah, right there. The gate is pretty much in position to accept the sidebar already. So we'll push on that, and we'll go through lock, or we'll go do disc 2 first. So as I'm pushing on this, feels friction, feels nice over here. You can kind of maybe get a visual on that. Oh, okay. So far, so good. Okay, that's snapping into place nicely. Yeah, that's a good visual. Okay. Ah, there we go. And we unlocked it. Now, if we wanted to relock it, let me just go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry for that sound. Let me go ahead and push. And just pushing it back into place. Oh, kind of came unseated from its little track. Like I said, work in progress, but you can see now that I've pushed it back into place. That core is not going anywhere. And this would be the position when the key is removed. Turning everything as far as it would go is effectively what this would be. Pushing everything to the other side like that, which is what gets our 0 cut in place already. And that is my 3D printed flattened out disc detainer lock.